Hope all are safe at home. Stay safe. So today in this video, we'll be discussing some problems regarding the data structure stack that we have learned in the previous videos. So keep your notes ready. We'll be writing simultaneously during the class. So first question for today is stack is a data structure that follows dash order. FIFO stands for first in first out, LIFO stands for last in first out, and LILO stands for last in last out and first in last out. So just pause the video and write the answer. Oh, the answer is LIFO. Hope you have got the answer. Why? Because in stack we push the data at the top position. Also, we take the data or pop the data from the same top position. So the data that has been sent last is taken out first. Now, next question. What will be the output of the following Python code? So just write the question, pause the video, and then find out the answer. My list is equal to, it is a list, so that's the stack there. Have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 items there, and you can print mylist.pop. So what value will be taken while pop operation is happening? Then what happens when mylist.append function works? Then what is the length of the stack at that point of time? Mylist.insert 3 comma basic and print the mylist, that is that stack at that point. Mylist or sort to sort the values inside that mylist. Then print the current status of the mylist and print mylist.index.php. So pause the video here, write down the answer, then go forward. So the first output will be COBOL. Why? Because it will be taking from the top. Top represents the length of s minus 1. So length will be 7 here. So length of s minus 1 is 6. So my list of top position, that is of 6, will be taken, that is COBOL. Now what happens? C hash will be appended with the second sentence. Mylist.append C hash, which means that it will be added to the last. So at the place of COBOL, C hash will come. Then the length of my list is asked. So length will be 7, and again they'll ask for printing. The basic is also inserted, and basic is inserted at the third position. This is not a stack actually. They are asking to insert at the third position. This is just a list. And print my list, the values printed, and my list dot sort will sort the values from 0 to 1, that is it will be in the alphabetic order since it is strings. So it start from basic, C, C plus and C hash and all, and last is my list index.php. So what is the index of PHP? PHP's index will be 4. Why? Because it has already been sorted now. So that's the answer for this question. So the next question is, write down the status of stack after each operation. So this is a stack now. The previous one was a list. This is a stack where you have 10, 20, 30 and 40, where top item is the 40th value. So what happens when push 70 is done? Where will be pushed? Push 100, pop an item from stack and peek the stack. So pause the video here, write down the answer and check for the answer. So the first answer will be 10, 20, 30, 40 and 70. Why? Because top item is 40, though 70 comes after that. Then again when we push 100, again it comes after that, after the 70. And pop an item from the stack, the value 100 will be taken. So the status will be 10, 20, 30, 40 and 70. The last answer, peek the stack, will give you the top value. So the answer will be 70. Now the question, next question. you have to write a function in Python, push employee, pop employee, to add a new employee and delete an employee from a list of employee names, considering them to act as push and push pop operations on the stack data structure. So here we have learned what push function and pop function are, but consider the stack as a stack of employees, and you have to just rewrite the functions with these terminologies. That is, normally we added a pushed a number, pushed popped a number and all, but here you are actually pushing an employee record or popping an employee record. So just rename the functions as given by the question. So pause the video, try, and then look for the answer. So push employee, same thing, only thing is you are actually pushing the value. That item has to be done as actually the employee, and the name is being taken, not a single value. Name is taken and it is appended. Pop also, again, length of employee is the stack name of the stack there. So you are just renaming the functions that you have learned for stack. So next question is, a program is given, some errors are there. We have to find out the errors. Read out the questions correctly. It is a data structure stack to store the name of visitors. But for both the functions, there are some error identified. So you have to find out the errors and also write the correct code for specific line number. So pause the video here, identify the errors at which line number you have to write, and just correct the errors also. So in the line 1 itself there is an error where you have to write name visitor.append name. Actually it is not name.append, it is visitor is the function stack, so we have to call the function using that stack name. So visitor.append you have to write. Then next error is on line 3, where if length of visitor is equal to 0, if length of visitor is equal to 1 means that there is some value is there. So it should be checked, we should check whether it is an underflow actually. So it is where for checking as an underflow, you have to check whether length of visitor is equal to 0, not 1. Similarly, the next error is on line 5, why value is equal to visitor.pop1. So value is equal to visitor dot pop. We should not actually pass any argument there, because in the pop function actually you have to pass the stack, but stack is calling here, so no need to pass any extra number there. So that's the error in pop 1, that line 5. And in line 6, if length of visitor is equal to 0, top is equal to none. Here also the length of visitor is equal to 1 you have to set, 0 you have to set, not 1. And else top is equal to length of visitor minus 1 you have to set, because you are popping the value and you have to reduce the size of the stack. So top is equal to length of visitor minus 1. So these are the errors in this code. So once you understand the code clearly, then you will be able to find out the errors also. So that's all for today. Please write down this understanding the concepts. Thank you.